is powered by core plugin actually. So these all are powered by core plugins, which is already inbuilt. You can enhance the Maven feature by community plugins. Thousands of community plugins available on the GitHub or internet. You can check us out as. So yeah, so this is something which you need to understand. So here, look at this. These are the plugins actually. Okay, which can be used to do that. So now what to do? So as I said, in Maven everything is automated. So I want you to look for in this one. Look at this. See that image. So these are the things you do in the software development lifecycle in order to automate the build process. So here you create a directory structure. Maven is automated way, manual in Ant, build preparation, downloading the dependencies, library dependency, compiling, testing, packaging, versioning, deployment, site generation. So all these things you see in Maven, it's automated. So you don't have to do anything. So in man and it used to be manual. So how do we start with the project directory structure, and that has to be automated? So for that you can install some plugin. You can use some plugin, and that will create a project directory structure. Build compilation, Maven compile you can do. It will this goal you will call. It will take you to the phases of Maven. Testing also automated way. So all these things I'm going to show you. So first let's start with the project directory structure creation. So which plugin you can use it? So there is a plugin which is very popular plugin available in Maven, which is called archetype plugin. So this plugin will create a directory structure, and there is a many types of archetype plugins are there. So I'm not talking about every plugins, but one of the plugins I'm going to use it, and that plugin which we'll use, quick start plugin. So for that I have to have some lines of code. So let me copy from the previous training master and Maven plugin. This is the one. So any nodes you will get it, and that code is this one. Okay, so this plugin will help you to create a directory structure. So what is the plugin name? Archetype. What is the goal name? Generate. And here to this plugin you are passing that what is a group ID, what is artifact ID, and rest of the things you are making false. So now the question is, here you will say what is a group ID, and what is artifact ID, and what is a version in, and what is a version, and what is a package type in Maven. So group ID uh, is one of the naming convention which represent the packaging structure. Packaging structure. Any code source code, if you see that, you will see that something like a package. Any source code, package com.x.y, something like that. Have you seen this? Any source code, if you access it, you will see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me show you some code. You'll remember that Java project in GitHub. So blindly, I'm going to some projects and see if you have. So let this the calculator projects, and this is the source code, and this is the main Java com blah blah blah, and here calculator. So if you see that here, this is the line I'm talking about. So this is common for every project, every programming language. In Maven, in Java also, Python also, they'll have a packaging structure. So here, this packaging, this one means you this one is your group ID and this is your artifact ID. See that whole directory is defined accordingly. See it. Okay, that is how the structure is been played it out. So when I say package group ID, this represent the structure of your organizations, and then package. So for example, let's say Microsoft, they want to name it, so they'll name it com means company dot Microsoft ms and dot software. That will become a group ID. Now they'll make it artifacts. So Word, PowerPoint, and all these things, they'll make it something like that. Now version of software, it can be two versions. So here, that's one is can Maven support release and then snapshot. Okay, so release, how do you represent the release? 1.1, this can be represented 1.1, 1.1, this is the minor, and patches 1.0, you can make it minor, my major. 1.1, you can make it patches, and then hot patches and all. So like this. But how do you represent the snapshot? So snapshot version, which is, what is a snapshot? So snapshot is like, which is not stable code. So always you see something like hyphen snapshot. It's not stable. That means whenever you have a snapshot, that's not a stable code actually. So these are the version supported in Maven. And package type means which are the package you can create. So package means jar, var, var, and pom. These are the pom domains is a pom.xml. So these are the packaging you can create in Maven. So here, I hope when you say group ID here, an artifact ID here, which is chat for me, you understood, right? Correct?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So now what I'm going to do as per the things what you are supposed to do. So here we'll create a directory structure, project directory structure, whatever. So this plugin will help me to create a project directory structure. So let's run it Sunday, and, and this is the one copy. And so this will create a directory structure. Just wait for a few seconds. Looking for So this is a failure actually. So why this failure? Okay, so this failure has come because of my issues. I have some changes in the setting.xml, and that server is not available. So let me correct it. Go to uh, Apache Maven conf, and this is the setting.xml. So setting.xml is a configuration file for Maven. So you can introduce many entries. You can basically configure this one Maven for many other work actually. So artifactory sessions, I might have added this one, not this one, mirrors, huh? So this one, this is causing a problem. So in artifactory sessions, you have to make this entry. I'll show that one during the artifactory sessions. So let me run this. Yeah, so see here. So what is happening? They are downloading all the required artifacts and trying to set up my infrastructure. Okay, so let's wait for it. Done, guys. So now if you see that this directory structure, I will show you start dot. See, this is a directory structure. Now if you want to see that, uh, this echo, just ignore it. See, this whole directory structure is created for your Java development. First time when you when you start any project, this is the directory structure has to be there. So you might have seen this structure every time, right? All of you.
Yeah, Rajesh. Yeah.
Okay. So now what to do? So now I'm acting like a developer. So I'll go into the src main java com DevOps code software here, and I will write a Java program. So let me fake it out. I'm faking it out. I'm writing a code for product. And this is just fake Java program. I just created it. So I wrote a Java program like that. Testing team will go to src test Java com DevOps code software, and they will write the test cases here, unit test cases, Selenium test cases, and so on. Okay, and once they will keep writing this whole structure, you will commit to the GitHub whole structure. Okay, so developer will write a development code, testing team will write a test code, and accordingly, this is the file which we'll have to maintain. So I ran this commands, this command, so that above command, so that gave me this pom.xml. So what is a pom.xml? So this is your configuration file for your project. Remember, setting.xml, the one which I access here under Maven directory, is a configuration file for Maven, but pom.xml is a configuration file for project, my project. Okay, POM means a project object model. So now what it contains, whatever the things we provided, it contains the same thing. So here you see that this first few lines, just ignore it because for the XML standard. Now here, this is the group ID, this is the artifact ID, packaging default jar, and this is a, so remember that here I pass the rest of the options should be interactive mode false, so they did not ask me but set the default one name. So this should be your company URL, and your project, whatever the project you have, they have dependencies on JUnit libraries. Okay, so this is something which is there. Let me show you that projects also. Chat code, go to src test Java. Here this code which is test code. Here you see they are importing the third-party libraries and from extending from the test class test case here. So this JUnit package has to be there in the build environment, otherwise it will not work. So where you are downloading the dependency. So if you tell to Maven, hey Maven, before running this code, down.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.